Welcome everybody. Go ahead, Christian.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Christian Grayson. I'm a Senior Account Manager at KIS. On behalf of Aruba Networks and KIS, I thank you for making time to join us today for our learning event, and I hope that you will find it informative. For those of you not familiar with KIS, please know that we've been around for about 32 years here at Fremont, and our focus, of course, is keeping IT simple. We're a one-stop shop for cloud, infrastructure products, integration services, and our customer service really is where it's at. It's pretty much legendary. We have people who have been with us for over 25 years, and some of those folks are as far away as Australia. So that just gives you an idea of the focus that we have on customer satisfaction. I can go into a lot of detail about what we do, but suffice to say, we're like a bar. We reseller. If you need a product, if you need pricing, if you need comparative analysis, if you need professional services, then we're there. And that's an area that really makes us different, is our professional services. And if you've engaged us for that, you will know. We have a number of practice areas, and each practice area is headed up by a practice manager. So for virtualization or security or network, you have somebody very specific, a subject matter expert. And these experts are also co-owners in the company. So that's what makes it a little bit different, because they will attend every discovery session. They will create the SOW to ensure there is an understanding of your goals, your current goals, your future goals, your timeline, your budget, your environment, all those things. And we do that so that the first time you get the SOW, it is correct. And we have a meeting of minds at the outset. So that's kind of where it's at. That's what makes us different. From time to time, we will invite one of our technology partners to deliver a presentation to you. And we do this because obviously our partners, it's an opportunity for them to share their latest and greatest, all the things that they're proud of and where they're going. So that's important for them, but it's equally important for you because we're going to save you an awful lot of research time. And you know that if you spend time on a website, you spend time on an FAQ, after a couple of hours, they all kind of roll into one. They all sound very similar. They all have the same claims. And sometimes you don't get the information you're looking for. So today's event, it's your opportunity to go directly to the source, find out the things that you need to find out, and go forwards from there. Now, partner today, of course, is Aruba Networks. Aruba is synonymous with networking. When you say Aruba, people think, oh, Wi-Fi. But it's a lot more than that. That networking is no longer a static environment. It's software usually that'll optimize the efficiency of the fabric, and that's things like SD-WAN, Secure Access Services Edge, stuff like that. And obviously, with the recent acquisition of Silver Peak, Aruba has now been catapulted right into the forefront, right in a leadership position, kind of pushing that other big company aside, because this is really where it's at. So before I hand over, pardon me, before I hand over to Omar Seifelden from Aruba, I'd like to introduce you to Jane. She's our colleague here and the person who actually puts all this stuff together. And she'll explain the really important stuff today, which is how do you get a gift card? Over to you, Jane.
Thank you. So we're gonna play a trivia game, and each question will only have one winner per question, and you cannot be the same winner. So everybody has a chance to win something today. First 4 questions will be worth $25 each, and the last 2 are $50. And let's start with the first question, and Christian's going to help me read them.
Wireless access does not work well for power users. That's a statement.
Yes, and we're going to answer those, plug it in the pool that just popped up, so we can get a better count and timestamp, of course, so we get a winner. And you'll have 15 minutes to answer this, 50 seconds, excuse me. All right. And we're all set. Yep.
Well, that's very interesting. I find it extremely interesting only because wireless access, I guess it depends on how we define power users. Maybe this wasn't entirely clear, but obviously wireless access with the enormous bandwidth we can get today works well for everybody. It really does not matter what you do. If you need more access, you just put in a bigger switch and you put in another access point. So frankly, that would be a false statement.
Yes, that's false. So we have 2 people who answered correctly. Good job. Thank you. So
all right.
Next.
PoE. Wireless access points provide all AP functionality and are simple to install.
All right. What is it? Is it a true or false?
This is definitely trending in the right direction.
Yes, yes. And we have 10 seconds to answer this question. All right. And we have, it's true, correct. That's true. We have congratulations to those. And now this is, we're ending first part of the trivia. Please, Omar, go ahead and introduce yourself, say hello, and thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Jane, for these questions. Thanks, Christian, for your introduction. Thank you guys for having us and for arranging this great event. So let me share my screen and we can start. 1 second. Okay, share this.
Perfect.
So can you see my screen?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, great. So hi, everyone. My name is Omar Saifuldin. I'm a channel systems engineer with Edge Connect Aruba team. I'm based in Canada, and I'm today going to speak about our Edge Connect secure architecture solution. So let's start. So in our agenda today, we are going to look at the WAN and security trends and transformation. We are going to talk about like the problems and what are these problems and what are we trying to solve. Then we are going to talk about Aruba Edge Connect SD-WAN solution overview, how to improve the application performance and to deliver better user experience across your WAN network. Edge to cloud security architecture, which is very, very booming topic. Application and network visibility. Why Edge Connect? So why you go with our solution, and we'll end our session by touch base to our Aruba Valuable Assessment EVA tool, and then I will leave like some time at the end for more questions. However, like you can interrupt me anytime during my presentation. You can slow me down. Sometimes when I get excited, I speak really fast. So if you are not following me, just slow me down, okay? WAN and security transformation. So number of trends and initiatives actually, such as like digital transformation. And for years, we are talking about digital transformation. Nowadays, we can see like sensors, IoT devices everywhere. We are talking about like automation, AI, the machine learning, and so on. Cloud adoption, like the cloud first IT architecture. In addition, like to the SaaS application, more and more applications and workloads are now moving to the cloud. mobility, and we have like the users working from anywhere and using any device. So these trends and initiatives actually are driving the business nowadays and forcing for the WAN and security transformation. And by this, we can see like these numbers from the IDC report supports like the market trends that we are talking about. So we have like the IDC like on your left, you can see like IDC predicts the that worldwide whole like cloud spending will increase like from like $700 billion in like 2021 to 13,000 billion by like 2025. And with the cloud, we can see like the cloud has also accelerated the SD-WAN adoption. One of the things that accelerate the WAN transformation was the cloud. And like on your right, you can see the pie chart. We can see like 72% of enterprises are planning to migrate to SD-WAN within the next 2 years. Right. Why? So that's the question. So what is the problem? Why we are moving to the SD-WAN? Why actually like cloud is one of the main reasons to accelerate like the SD-WAN technology. So if we look at the behavior of the legacy infrastructure right now, you can see that the topology, which was based on like firewalls, based on routers, all the traffic actually are backhaul to the data center. That was okay, like it was like right fit at the right time, where the applications and workloads are all hosted in the data center. But nowadays, with the network traffic patterns shifts, like the network pattern, I would say, like changed with most of the application, as we just said, like moving to the cloud. It will not like fit like this architecture will not fit. Like why? Because like the all traffic is still backhaul to the data center or your hub. Like all the branches, all the remote users are backhaul to the hub, and then from the hub, it will actually again redirect it to the cloud. That will result in very slow and unpredictable performance issues and inability to provide like the required SLA by your business. So poor performance application will result in like higher costs. The cost, I would say, of the backhauling the traffic over like expensive MPLS links instead of using direct internet access. The cost of hardware, required hardware to handle all that backhaul traffic to the data center, and the cost of the administration overhead and the operation and maintenance. In summary, I would say like we have like the following 5 reasons are the most common reasons why enterprises are transforming their network and their WAN into the SD-WAN. So first of all, I would say like customers are looking for better performance of the cloud application. So like I don't want to backhaul all the traffic using expensive MPLS link. So I'm looking for a better application performance of the cloud. The second is the simplicity and flexibility of the new WAN architecture. So the current WAN is really complex from the routing, wasting resources, like not having like all my links are active, all the devices are not active. So it's really complex from like the managing, complex from building, complex from the design. So we are looking for like a flexible and simple WAN architecture. Reducing the footprint and consolidate all like the WAN functionality, such as the routers, firewalls, WAN optimization. I want to consolidate all these WAN functionality into one single device. Lack of automation. So I'm looking for like an AI-driven network. I'm looking for automation network, orchestration. I want to reduce the manual configuration and manual steps. And last, I would say, reduce your CapEx and OpEx. So these are like the most common 5 reasons why enterprises are transforming their current WAN. So let's go into like our Aruba Edge Connect solution overview. So I will start by talking about the components. What are the components to deliver our solution? And when I start by talking about the components, the first thing came into my mind is the simplicity. Simplicity, when I talk about simplicity, it's simplicity from the number of the component that I have to build the solution, simplicity from the solution design itself. So we have only like 2 main components, unlike many other in the market. So we have only like 2 main components to deliver a full SD-WAN solution. On the top, you can see we have the Aruba orchestrator, single pane of glass to manage and operate your SD-WAN network. It's a centralized orchestrator to deploy and configure your business intent overlays, your security policies, quality of services, routing, everything. Also, it provides you with the network and application visibility. So you know about like the network and network underlay as well as network overlay. You know about like the alarming in your network, issues in your WAN network, reporting, troubleshooting tools, and so on. This orchestrator actually can be deployed on-prem, on your private cloud, or as a service. So we can deliver these orchestrator as a service to our customers. So Aruba will be responsible for like the scaling, the availability, the infrastructure of the orchestrator. Or in another way, if you want for any like constraints or any like compliances, you can still have build your SD-WAN network by implementing your Aruba orchestrator on-prem or in your private cloud. And that's the second point that I want to highlight, which is the flexibility of the deployment. So we talked about like the simplicity. We have only 2 main components, which we'll still cover, and the flexibility of the deployment for our solution. Second main component is the Aruba Edge Connect. So Aruba Edge Connect comes into like 3 flavors: physical appliance, which can replace your CPE router in the branch. It can be virtual appliance that can be run on top of any major hypervisor, such as VMware, Hyper-V, KVM, Zen, and so on. Also, it comes into a cloud native if you want to extend your SD-WAN capabilities to your infrastructure as a service. So we can deploy the Edge Connect in AWS, Azure, GCP, or even Oracle Cloud. So that's when I say simplicity, 2 main components, flexibility when it comes to the deployment. The third and fourth component at the bottom, we can see that we have like a license-based, optional license-based components, which are like the Aruba Boost. It's your WAN acceleration and optimization. And we have advanced security license to support the IPS and IDS capabilities. So these are license-based. You don't need to have a separate additional like hardware or software device. They can be enabled just by license. Any question? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, great. So I would say this one slide, if you only pay attention to my entire presentation, this one slide is the slide. Okay, so business intent overlays. What is business intent overlays? So it's the user defined policies based on your business intent. It's the core of everything within like Aruba Edge Connect SD-WAN solution. With business intent overlays, you can actually group applications, or like we can have groups of application will be mapped into different business intent overlays to determine like the how these certain specific application will be routed in your WAN, will be treated in the WAN, will be secured, and all will be aligned into your business requirements. So on these slides, you can see that we have like two main columns on the slide. On the left of the slides, you can see that we have the applications that they are within my network. So these are the applications that are routed from branch to branch, from branch to data center, or even like from branch to your cloud if you have an infrastructure as a service. Then on the right side of this slide, we can see that we have the applications that are out on the internet, such as like SaaS application or like internet-based applications. You can create like multiple business intent overlays that can define like each one can be defined or support, I would say, different quality of service, different transport, different failover mechanism, and different security policies. So we group these applications and then we define multiple business intent overlays. And by default, we actually have like 4 predefined overlays to match a range of traffic to support our customers. These business intent overlays will be in order. So new flows are passed through the business intent overlay one by one until match is seen for application in question. So let's go through like an example quickly. So you can see on the top we have like the real-time overlay. So that's the name of the business intent overlay. We have a real-time, and this real-time overlay we will match and we will choose the real-time applications such as like voice, video, VDI, and so on. This real-time business intent overlay is defined as follows. So we have a full mesh topology. So that's the overlay network topology. It will be like a full mesh. So we have that's a virtual network. So now we are decoupling like the underlay from the overlay. So we have like the overlay, it will be like a mesh topology. And then I'm choosing like which transport I want to use. Like here I'm choosing like MPLS and internet will be as my primary, and like LTE for my my backup. And the backup path, it will be actually selected whenever I'm not meeting the SLA defined. Like here, loss 1% or latency, we have like 400 millisecond, or jitter, it will be like 200 millisecond. Then I have applications that are out of the internet, like WebEx, Zoom, Skype, and so on. And this application, I will choose like the best circuit to have direct internet access and my local firewall. Other things I can do is like to apply quality of service, define firewall zone, and enable boost if I want. So we have here, like, for example, 3 different business intent overlays. Just quickly, I will show you like one thing here. That's the orchestrator. If you can see my screen, you can still see my screen, yeah? So that's actually how the orchestrator look like. And you can see like we have here all the Edge Connect. We have here different widgets with different statistics and visibility on your network, the health about your network and everything. And then we have here, these are my business intent overlays. So I have like 4 predefined business intent overlay. And if I click on one of them, you can see like you can define like the real-time applications, for example, from here. To be coming. So applications, and for example, I want to have like these for FTP, for example. You can choose any type of application. We have like, we'll talk about the application, so on. It's a drag and drop, so you can define like the traffic for your internal subnet. You can define your mesh topology, primary and backup, your SLAs. You can define like your link bond policy, high availability or high quality or throughput, and so on. And for your internet or like internet applications, the breakout traffic, it's also like drag and drop, and you can define different parameters like primary and backup and so on. So that's the third thing we are talking about, like the easy of use. From single window, you can define all your policies. So we talk about like simplicity, flexibility, and now we are talking about like the easy of use.
So Omar, I think I just caught that. I was going to ask you a question about priorities, because obviously if you're in the one group, can you set priorities within applications within that one group? And I think I just saw that in the last screen you had there. I think there was a priority on the left, so that if you have like all the meshed applications, they may not get exactly the same priority. Is that correct?
So basically, we have the priority will be based on the application group. So we have, for example, you can define like you can add new if you want, like to have like specifically for sales team, for example, or FTP applications. So you can define like more business intent overlays, and then you can just move these business intent overlay up and down. So you can actually put like, I want the bulk application or FTP application will be, but inside the application itself, whenever you define like the group of application, these will be all treated as one.
Right. So does that mean that you can have a multiple real-time groups, or just a one real-time group?
You can have multiple real-time groups.
Gotcha.
You can have different, because you can actually build different business intent overlays. We gave the customer like a 4 predefined just for their, which can cover like range of traffic, and then if they want more, they can add more.
Right.
So that's simplicity in a way and easy of use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
So moving into like application experience, I know like it's much to digest. I'm trying, and we are having limited time, but I will try to cover it all without like compromising anything. So if you have more questions, we can. At the end, we can discuss. So primary purpose always of the SD-WAN is to improve the application performance, to deliver better user experience across your WAN. And with the Aruba Edge Connect, we have like different technologies to support your internet-based application, your SaaS application, as well as your internal application. So if I'm talking about delivering better SaaS experience, we have like 3 main technologies we are using to deliver that. The first is building internet map. So we are keeping SaaS application addresses up to date daily and automatically. So with the all information about like we have all information about millions of domains, their IP addresses, their countries, different URLs, everything. Like quickly, I can go again back to the orchestrator, and then you can go like configure, and then we can go like application definitions. Yeah, if you want to cancel this because it was not saved, definition, and then I'm just like scratching on top of everything. See, we have like IP protocols, UDP, TCP protocols, domain names. You can see like different domain names. If I go to like SaaS application, you can see different SaaS application with their like subnets, with their like ports, with their different names. So we have like millions, I would say, of like domain names. We have like IP addresses, countries, different URLs. All these we have in our map to make, and they are actually automatically updated daily so the users can always reach to their closest SaaS instance. At the same time, Edge Connect keep monitoring the throughput, the packet loss, the latency, the jitter, to always be able to identify the available best path for these SaaS applications. So that's the second point that we always do. The third, which we use it, we call it our adaptive secure internet breakout. So by identifying the application from the very first packet, we have like a technology called like first packet IQ. We can identify that this application from the very first packet, that this is going to like Office 365. So by that, I can be able to create different forwarding paths. So by that, we have like direct internet access whitelist application like Office 365. So I will redirect and forward this packet to Office 365. I have other applications where I need, these applications are in cloud, but I need to add like a bit more of security. So I can redirect these into one of the leaders of the cloud host security providers, such as Zscaler, for example, Netscope, Checkpoint, and so on. And for the workload that it's in hosted in our data center, is still hosted in our data center. I didn't shift all the traffic to the cloud. And for the other traffic that is untrusted, I can redirect and forward these packets into my data center. So in this case, you have like a secure local breakout. You don't need to interrupt the traffic. You don't need to backhaul all the traffic to your data center, and still you can have the better performance for deliver like the best application response time with the best quality for your users. Additionally, we have like a separate integration through our API direct to Microsoft Office 365. So we have a direct connection to Office 365 to keep all like Microsoft 365 addresses stable up to date, which will enable the users to reach to their closest instance of the Office 365. So that's in addition to like all like our map and the application awareness and IP addresses and domain names. What about the applications that are still internal in my network? Applications between like the branch to branch, or workloads still hosted in my data center, and I want to go backhaul the traffic to the data center so I can access this application. What are the technologies that we are using to deliver better performance for this? So first, we have what we call it a path conditioning. So we are monitoring in a real time the conditions of all our links between the sites. So I have two Edge Connect between two of my like schools or two of my clinics, and the Edge Connect will monitor in a real time all the links between these sites to overcome like the packet loss or the packet out of order. So you don't need to retransmit the packet, the drop packet again. So we are using like forward error correction by building a parity packet. So in this case, I don't need to reconstruct the drop packets without having to retransmit them, because I still have like a parity packet to understand the lost drop packet. So in this case, it will have like better application performance, and the packets out of order that due to like transmitting different packets throughout different links, and each link will have like a different latency. So we can use the packet order correction, POC, to keep the packets in order at the destination site. We can bond, the second thing, we can bond any transport from the underlay, MPLS with internet, with LTE, and we keep monitoring these links, and using forward error correction and POC, we can deliver on the top of these a healthy overlay network.
That's amazing. That's great. That part.
Yeah, and we are using packets per packet, so we are not like flow traffic. So we can always change like which link, which is the best link or which is the healthy link to choose for my overlay. So that's why the dynamic path selection, I can change it without interrupting my my traffic. So that's for your normal like application. You can add on the top of that, we discuss about like the boost. So it's an optional license-based WAN optimization. We call it Aruba Boost. No additional hardware or software. With the Aruba Boost, you can overcome the latency impact over distance. So if you have like applications that are still in your data center, but your data center is on the east and you are actually based on the west, so to overcome the latency impacted over distance, we are using TCP acceleration. And to overcome and eliminate the overhead of a redundant packet, we use what we call a network memory or deduplication and compression technologies to reduce the redundant packet over a link. So we are eliminating the overhead on your WAN links. This boost, the good thing about it, I'm sorry, that's yeah, the boost can be actually run anywhere and on any device in any edge connect whenever it's needed. So I can consume this on demand anywhere whenever it's needed. Okay, so we talked about simplicity, we talked about flexibility, easy of use, improving application performance and the application and user productivity, security, which is like a big topic. I know that I'm running out of time, but I will try to move like a little bit fast. If you have any question, you can actually stop me. I will just not going through this quickly. It's security. We know it's a big topic with the SD-WAN, with moving all the application to the cloud. We know that the security or the firewall at the perimeter is dissolving, and the applications, since they are moving to the cloud, the security has to follow these applications. So Gartner came up with an architecture which is like the secure access service edge, and now Gartner like divide these architecture into like two solutions. So the SASE is a full architecture, which is the network and security as a service in the cloud, and then they divide this architecture into two main solutions. The WAN Edge to support your SD-WAN, your WAN optimization, automation, the path conditioning and other features, as well as to deliver a security service edge through like your SWG, secure web gateway, zero trust network access, CASB firewall as a service, and so on. So that's the thing. The security architecture right now is changing, similar to your legacy network, which changed from like backhaul all the traffic to your data center. Now the security architecture also is changing to deliver security in the cloud. And one good thing about our solution is actually we are giving our customer freedom of choice. So we are delivering best of breed and freedom of choice. Again, I'm repeating myself, simplicity of like our components and solution, flexibility of the deployment, the easy of use, improving like the performance of the application, and now the security and best of breed and freedom of choice. So we are integrating with the leader in the market, and you can see like from like this quadrant, like we have been like in the leader quadrant for the past 4 years now, from like the SD-WAN or the WAN Edge Gartner quadrant, and we are integrating with the leaders when it comes to the security service edge in the market. You can see Zscaler, Netscope, and McAfee are all like the 3 leaders, and these 3 leaders, like the thing you can think about, they don't deliver like SD-WAN. They are just focused on the security. So we are actually not like vendor lock-in, and we are integrating with the best of breed, and we are giving you the freedom of choice to choose which security provider you want to integrate with. These are the three main technologies we are using. SASE ecosystem by integrating, as I said, with McAfee, Checkpoint, Zscaler, and so on. And it all can be done actually from the orchestrator. You don't need to go to each and every edge connect to build the IPsec tunnel. The IPsec tunnel will be built automatically, and it will deliver the connect like to the nearest geolocation of the edge connect, and it will build like a high availability of IPsec tunnel to your this scaler, for example, on Netscope. Other or additional security features that we can deliver, and they are embedded in the box. I can move to this slide because it's the same that before, that we have an embedded out of the box security features like IPS, IDS, DDoS. We have like zone-based firewall, VRF. You can segment your traffic into like using different VRFs. We have like deep packet inspection, web content, and URL filtering. All these features to deliver a unified branch, unified security in the branch. So you don't need to have a firewall in the branch. And for the application in the cloud, we can integrate with the, as I said, Zscaler and Netscope and so on. Delivering a zero trust network access dynamics and dynamic segmentation with integration of the ClearPass. So we can now have like a full insight about like up to like the end device. So we with the ClearPass, we can identify like the role, the device type, the username, the security posture, and from Edge Connect, we can identify like the application, the DNS, the URL, the ports, and more. So with this application, we can actually deliver a zero trust network access. So we can actually identify like the point of sale, the POS can only speak with the transaction processing, and they don't have, they cannot like speak with each other. The IP camera will not speak to the POS and will only speak to the surveillance head end in the cloud. And even if like a hacker like compromise like the IP camera system, remove the IP camera system and connect his laptop, I will identify that now it's not CCTV anymore, and we will block the traffic going and coming to this port with this integration with the ClearPass. Just have like few more slides and we'll be done. Secure edge to multi-cloud, huge topic. We can deliver like the security up to the cloud with different three ways. First, manually by configuring an IPsec tunnel to your private cloud. We have a full API integration with AWS Transit Gateway and the Azure Virtual LAN, or you can actually deploy a cloud native Edge Connect in your cloud to extend the SD-WAN features in the cloud. Visibility, we already like saw that from like the let me open back the orchestrator. You can have like full visibility of your network from your dashboard. You can be aware about how many appliances. You can have like the full network topology, and you see like which the network health. You can know about like top talkers, domain, application, and more. You can have like see like where there are many different numbers and statistics, and at the same time you can have the troubleshooting by the going to the flow. So you can see like the flow of all the traffic in your network, and you can actually click on the details to get like more information about that. Okay, I will not cover this because that need to be like in details later on in deep dive session, but just to show you that we have like a full application and network visibility. We know what's going on in your network up to your end point. I'm closing, like I have like just a few more slides, and then we'll open for like any question. Why Edge Connect? We already covered like why Edge Connect, like simplicity, as I said, like we said, flexibility. We talked about like easy of use. We talked about improving the application performance. We talked about the user productivity. We talked about like security and SASE architecture, visibility. All these, we can sum them up into like 4 main pillars. The business oriented, so top down policies, adapting to the priorities of your applications and business need. And with the constant change in your network, continuous adoption is actually required. So the Edge Connect continuously monitoring the throughput, as I said, and the packet loss and the latency and the jitter, and applying a real-time response to eliminate any impact from like the brown or the black out network. What is like focus? We are focused on the delivering a highest quality of experience for both our users as well as our IT staff by delivering tools such as like using the orchestrator and monitoring tools to know what's going on in their WAN network. Last is our single unified platform. One device, deliver multiple functions, reducing your footprint, and you don't need to have like different devices to manage and operate. All that will simplify like your WAN networks and at the same time improve the user productivity. Many customers are asking about the integration between like Silver Peak. Edge Connect was formerly, as everyone knows, Silver Peak. And what's going on between like Edge Connect and the Aruba since the acquisition? So we have like a continuous adoption and integration between like Edge Connect and Aruba. So we have like a visibility and control throughout Aruba Central. We can deliver a zero trust network access and dynamic segmentation through ClearPass integration, delivering a single Aruba SD-WAN fabric connectivity for all locations. So we have Edge Connect mobility for remote users. We have Edge Connect micro branch solution for small locations, Edge Connect SD branch, and Edge Connect enterprise solution. All these solutions has like an embedded UTM features to deliver and support security at the branch, and we are building a multi-vendor ecosystem with Aruba IOPS. My last topic, and if you have any question, we can still have an open discussion. Our Aruba Value Assessment, the AVA tool. It's an interactive online business case creation tool. With this tool, you can have, you can shift, I would say, like the conversation from just features and price to write the return of investment, the ROI, talk about the benefits, talk about the value, and the transformative outcomes that the customer will have by having Aruba solutions. So clients are and prospects don't just buy the product and services, but they buy also a value. So with the AVA tool, we can help our customers to create a business case specifically based on his like pain points, based on his business requirement. So it's actually customized based on different customers, and we can deliver a presentation output. And with this, you can have educate like your prospect or your customer. You can be educated about like the benefit of Aruba solution. You can also build a robust, I would say, business case for your prospect or for yourself, and then you can actually use this business case in your internal decision making. These are samples of like what will be like the outcome of this like business case, and you can see like we have like different slides, like for example the executive summary slide with like why to change to SD-WAN, why choose Aruba, and why now, and what impact will be delivered. Also, you can look at your own business challenge and pain points at macro level, and you can have look at like your summarization and visualization of what are the benefits that you will gain by having an Aruba solution. In addition, you will receive like the ROI section with all the numbers, the return of investment, the conservative return of investment, and the upside return of investment for the next 5 years. And you will have another slide or another section with the Edge Connect differentiation. And at the end, finally, the detailed calculations of the EVA tool going to be in the appendix section. It's very simple, very easy. In less than 5 minutes, you can create a comprehensive business case by entering just 5 data points. I think that's it from my side. I hope that was like informative. If you have any question or you need like more in-depth and details, I think you can communicate with KIS, and then they can bring us again and we can have more discussion. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Omar. I think that was terrific. That was really an eye-opener there. I did not realize that Aruba had come that far, but obviously the Silver Peak acquisition had a lot to do with that. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, I know I was talking very fast. I'm trying to use my time wisely. I know that too much to digest, but I hope that was informative.
Hey, always better have more information than less.
Yeah.
So, Jane, I think we also need to jump on the. We're almost out of time here, so we need to jump on the.
Yes.
On the questions and answers, the trivia stuff that we have lined up here.
Yep. So let's do this.
Well, let's check while we do this. Maybe we can have any questions and answers, or any questions rather, submitted in the chat. So we have any specific questions for Omar, we can then address those when we're done with this. That would be good.
Yes, please do so if you have any questions while we also play the game. Are we ready? Here's our next question. What is a SaaS? Is it self-address stamped envelope, secure access service edge, synchronous access service envelope, or system account service on edge? And you have 10 seconds to punch in your answers. A few more, and good. In the pool. And we have B. Congratulations to those who have answered correctly. All right. Next.
And for anybody who said A, they're probably going to have to get closer to retirement, right?
Yes. All right. Silver Peak has been a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for WAN Edge infrastructure. How many years in a row? Is it 0, 1 year, 2 year, or 4 year? And we have 10 seconds to answer this.
It's trending very well.
Yeah.
And we mentioned that during our presentation. Yeah.
All right, I'm doing the poll, and it's 4 years.
So 29% of people were answering the email instead of listening.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you very much. Congratulations to those who answered correctly.
Okay.
And we have question number 5. What is first packet IQ and what is it used for? Well, let's Christian, go ahead and read it.
Alrighty. So first packet IQ, send all traffic back to HQ data centers to purposely slow down application performance. B, name the first sugar packets used in diners and coffee shops in the 1800s. C, that's a small print there. First packet IQ provides local internet breakout granularly, steers applications intelligently, and provides the highest levels of SaaS applications and IaaS performance, thereby reducing backhaul, saving valuable WAN bandwidth, improves application response time, and enforces security.
And that is C.
What was the trend?
Yes.
What was the trend on that one, Jane? I don't see the end. Okay, 100%. Okay.
Yes, 100%, which is great. And short results, 100%. Good job. Congratulations to those who were answered correctly. And up next, question number 6.
What is AVA and what is it used for? American Vacuum Association, my aunt's first name, or this Aruba Value Advisor, or is the Association of Virtual Aviation?
Yes. And of course, that's answer C. All righty. Thank you all for participating. Good job. Thank you.
Okay, so
All
do we have any questions here, Jane?
We don't, but we do have 2 poll questions that we like for you guys to answer. If you would please do so. Just FYI, you will not receive any money for it. It's just for us to know how you're interested in this product or how was it. Otherwise, thank you so much for connecting with us today, spending time. And Omar, thank you.
And
Yeah,
please
thanks, Jane.
reach out to your KIS sales rep to find out more if you'd like to set up an evaluation, or if you want to talk to somebody, if you want to talk to somebody smart about this, how this all works. And let's start with the sales rep, and that person will then round up the right people that can help you. So hopefully we can get to a point where you can see some value and get some value from this information.
Yes, thank you very much. All right.
All right.
Have a nice day, all.
Yeah.
Right on time.
Thank you,
all.
guys. See you soon.
Thank you,
Bye.
Omar.
Take care.